Rise and shine, McAllister. Welcome to Harbor Mountain Coffee House at 224 South 3rd Street in McAllister. Come have a cup of joe with us and enjoy the show. You're tuned into Coffee with the Coach, brought to you by Bank First, Dowdery Pharmacy, and Dobson Fiber, live on KNED 1150 AM, 98.3 FM, as well as video streaming on YouTube. I'm your voice of the Buffaloes, Brandon Green, and for the 77th time, it's the McAllister Buffaloes and the Durant Lions this Friday night in Mactown, USA. If you can't make it to the game, you can listen on KNED, this station right here, on the KNED app as well, and video streaming on this YouTube tab. Now, with all that said, let's welcome the head coach of the McAllister Buffaloes, Forrest Mazey.
Hey, glad to be here. Hey, you brought up the coffee, but you didn't bring up these sweet bagels. I got this everything bagel with the bacon, egg, and cheese. It's phenomenal.
I was about to mention the bagel right here, so I was like, yeah.
I'm glad to be here, not only for the show, but for this as well.
So your team coasted to a 62-6 win over East Central last week. What were your thoughts on the game?
A pretty complete game. There's a couple, wrinkles here and there that I would like to have seen us execute a little better. In the trick play department, went the wrong way once. Try to no-look pass it on the other one. Otherwise, that goes for a touchdown. But overall, a good, clean game. Everybody got out healthy and moving on to the next one.
You were mentioning the trick plays, and I saw the first one. And you know that Leonardo DiCaprio meme where he's pointing at the TV?
Yeah.
That was me in the booth when I saw the trick play. I was like, oh, that's what he's talking about.
We run it the other way on the left hash all week long, and then I call it the other way because we're on the right hash, but the lineman still went like we were on the left hash, so it was a complete debacle. But if we get that right, it probably looks a whole heck of a lot better than it did. But that's life sometimes.
Well, Trent Boatwright, he tied his career high in touchdown passes against the Cardinals, tying what he had last year against the Cardinals. He's up to 7 touchdowns on the season. Your thoughts on how QB1 is playing?
So I told him, I said, well, we love the offensive line and the defensive line, but ultimately, we'll also go as he goes offensively. It's everybody. Eric's a great player, and our running backs are great players. But ultimately, if your trigger man is not good, even on any given night, then it's something that can hurt you. So when he's good, we're good.
Well, you're mentioning the line also. The line looked dominant in the trenches, setting up the run game for your team, and for the defensive line, disrupting theirs.
Right.
How would you evaluate the line play on both sides of the ball?
Anytime you control the line of scrimmage, you're going to have a chance to be successful. So defensively, I think they have 60 total yards.
And before that 69-yard touchdown bomb, you had
negative 8. Negative. I mean, they got most of their offensive production on that one play late. So obviously, we controlled the line of scrimmage in the box. And then offensively, we're starting to gel a little bit. And when you get those guys gelling, and we move pretty well up front, compared to years past, we move a little bit. We're pretty quick, and they're starting to gel a little bit, and we're starting to like what we see.
Here's a question that I'm kind of serious about. 2 touchdowns called back last week, 3 on the season. What did Leighton Bass do to make the football gods mad?
Man, I was wondering about that myself. He does karma, I guess. I don't. All the mouthing he does, maybe in practice. He mouths a lot in practice. It's pretty funny though. I mean, he takes it in stride. He does bring it up quite a bit. Coach, that's 3 touchdowns we've had called back when I get the ball. But in due time, it'll all work out. There was a couple mistakes linemen downfield, and I take the blame for that one. I called it a little different than we normally call that, and so that was my fault. The other one was a hold. Just reach out and grab. We just got to know at a certain point you can't pull back. Just let it happen, and if it doesn't happen, then it don't work out.
I'll just put in parentheses on his spotter board 5 touchdowns.
Yeah, he should have 5. He's done a good job. It's a good throw and catch.
Who was the lineman of the week last week?
Lineman of the week, Zach Rogers. He had a monster game.
Yeah, I saw a lot of pancake blocks by him, and on the defensive side.
He was definitely a monster game.
And a scout team player of the week.
Our scout team player of the week, I believe, was Carter Lance and Brennan Rivera. That was the week before. Rivera was on defense, and then Carter Lance on offense for us.
So now you've played officially half of the regular season games, sitting at 5-0. How would you evaluate where your team is at now compared to week 0?
I'll tell you after this week. Actually, I'll tell you after next week. That'll be a good precursor. I'll be honest with you. We take it a week at a time. 5-0. I mean, we're 0-0 after for every Friday. In my opinion, it doesn't matter. You're only as good as your next game. I tell the kids to really relish it, enjoy it for 24 hours and then wipe the slate clean because, those guys that go back and look at stats and things from previous games are the guys that usually end up losing somewhere. And I love stats, don't get me wrong, but at the end of the day, if you don't win, stats are for losers. And I've said that for a long time, and Bill Belichick obviously gets a lot of credit for that because he said it in his YouTube video. But I'm a true believer in that. I always looked at stats when I was at Atoka, but at the end of the day, also, we were 5-5, so it didn't translate to as many wins as I wanted it to. So you have to reevaluate yourself as a team every week, and really you want to see what weaknesses got exploited and try to make those a little stronger so you don't get exploited the next week. So, like I said, you're only as good as your next game, your next play, and you can't get looked at, can't look at stats. If you're looking at stats for wins, you're wrong. If you win, the stats will come.
And with that, we'll sneak aside for our first time out. This is Coffee with the Coach inside of Harbor Mountain Coffee House. We'll be back with player interviews after a quick word from our sponsors.
Bank First has earned the #1 spot in the 2021 Reader's Choice Awards, and it's our customers who voted us there. We are proud of our customer relationships. So, thank you to our loyal customers. Loyal to Oklahoma and you isn't just a slogan, it's our pledge to every community we serve, because they are our communities too. Visit us and we'll show you why Bank First is the #1 bank in McAllister. Bank First, loyal to McAllister and you. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Since 1936, Dobson Fiber believes in delivering the latest technology to the communities it serves. That's why we continue to invest in our own all-fiber network to bring your business the fastest internet speeds available. You won't believe the speed and reliability that only fiber can provide. Plus, you work with local people who know your business with 24/7 technical support. Think Dobson Fiber for all your business internet and phone needs. Dobson Fiber, fast, reliable, local.
Dougherty Pharmacy at 622 East Wyandotte, formerly known as the Medicine Shop, offers free delivery in the McAllister area. We are a 340B pharmacy, and we are a compounding pharmacy as well. With all that, Dougherty Pharmacy also has fast, friendly service. We make it easy to fill your prescriptions. Drive up, come in, or let us deliver to you in the McAllister area. That's Dougherty Pharmacy, 622 East Wyandotte, McAllister. Dougherty Pharmacy is a proud sponsor of Buffalo football.
Harbor Mountain is a great stop for breakfast or lunch. They serve made-to-order sandwiches, salads or wraps, plus frappes, smoothies, espresso, milkshakes, and really good coffee. They also have wireless internet service. Harbor Mountain Coffee House, 3rd and Wyandotte, McAllister. Open 6 a.m. until 6 p.m. weekdays, 8 a.m. until 4 p.m. Saturdays. Or visit us 7 days a week at Harbor Mountain To Go in Tandytown, or see us inside McAllister Regional Hospital and at our newest location at 418 B South Georgia Knight Expressway. For those listening on radio, there was your Buffalo drive of the game from last week's 62-6 win over the East Central Cardinals. Coming in the first quarter, it was the second drive of the game for the offense. They covered 60 yards in 3 minutes and 59 seconds. It was 9 plays long. It was capped off by a 7-yard touchdown run by junior Eric McCarty. Welcome back to Coffee with the Coach from Harbor Mountain Coffee House on 3rd Street in McAllister. This year's show is brought to you by Dobson Fiber, Dougherty Pharmacy, and Bank First. We now welcome to the show a couple of Buffalo seniors, Racer Harkins and Marcus Heddy. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you.
So we like to ask these questions to get to know the seniors a little bit better, the guys on the field a little bit better when Friday night rolls around. So we'll start off with a little bit of an icebreaker. Who is your favorite football player of all time? Either one of y'all can get started off. Start with Racer. Oh, try now.
I'll probably say, sound good?
Yeah, you sound good now.
Well, I think for most kids my age, what got me into football was Tom Brady. Just watching him play, and Marcus is laughing, but it's the truth. Everyone my age, that's who everyone looks up to.
You know, it's kind of funny. I think it's people that are like not only my age, people older than me too. He's been in the game so long, and it's funny seeing him play now because, what is he, 43, 44, and you're still seeing him deliver 40-yard dimes down the field?
Something like that.
It's crazy. It's amazing. Yeah. It's crazy. Marcus?
My favorite is Adrian Peterson. Whenever he used to play for the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah.
I would watch him play all the time.
Now, do you call him AD or AP?
I call him AP.
All the Sooner fans,
Yeah.
just man. All right. So focusing more on you guys now, when did you start getting into football, and what made you guys want to play?
I started playing back in 3rd grade. I used to play it would have been for Savannah, because we didn't have no Little League team for McAllister at the time. And the reason I played was just because I loved watching football, so I decided I wanted to play it.
Kind of natural.
Yeah.
How about you, Racer?
Well, I started playing in 7th grade. I didn't really like sports up until that point. I started getting into football around that time. So, of course, I played quarterback because I wanted to be like Tom Brady. And, you know, I just kept playing because why not? Done it for so long, so I might as well finish it out, you know.
See, I wanted to play quarterback. I had a little too much weight, so.
Well, I didn't have too good of an arm. They kind of used me like Tim Tebow in Florida. I kind of just took it up the middle every play. Marcus will remember. Yeah. I could not throw. The ball would be about 5 yards behind the receiver. They got their cardio in, though.
So let's go to our next one. What has
changed our culture towards the eat mentality?
So now going to some life outside of football, what are some of your hobbies outside of football?
Well, after football, I go help Maisie out with the Little League kids, help out over there.
So outside of football, it's still kind of football.
Yeah, outside of football.
How about you, Racer?
My hobby is just hiking. I love being in nature. I love walking around. I love hiking. In fact, over Christmas, I'm probably going on about a week hike, just out there walking around, you know. But that's really what I want to do, just live under a bridge and walk around the woods, you know. I don't need too much. I can live off of cobwebs, so that's my goal. I know that wasn't the question, but
No, you're cool. You're all cool, man. So now once you guys graduate in the spring, now is your plan to live under a bridge and live off of cobwebs?
yeah, I was looking at that bridge on the way to Walmart, you know. I might have to fight someone because it gets pretty good traffic over there, but I could get a cardboard sign, just sit under there, get like a lawn chair, you know. I got it planned out. So, and if that doesn't work, well then I don't know. I'll just be lost. So I'm really banking on that working, and if it doesn't, I might need to, pull myself together.
Marcus, how about you? Try to follow that up. I think you're.
I don't know. I don't know if I can top that. Sounds pretty good.
All right, so I say that we'll end it with a fun question, but they've all been kind of fun. If you had an unlimited budget, where's the one place you want to go on vacation?
I don't want to go somewhere cold, so I'd probably hit Alaska up, go up there.
That's like my grandpa's, like, and my dad. Really, all of our family's dream destination is kind of go to Alaska. Yeah, for sure.
Dream vacation, I'd say space. If I had an unlimited budget, I just want to go off into it's going to be my last vacation now. It's a one-way trip. I don't plan on coming back. I want to be the first human in history to die from a black hole. And so I just want to, my dream vacation would be take one of those like Jeff Bezos rockets up and you just go straight into a black hole. Because, who knows what's going to happen after that. Gravity might tear me apart. I might
Bro, you could get transported to Star Wars land.
That's what I'm saying. But we'll never know.
We'll never know.
I won't know. It might be painful. It might not. But, it's going to be one memorable vacation.
Oh, God. I love this. Thank you, guys, and good luck against the Lions tomorrow night.
Thank you.
Those are Senior Buffaloes Marcus Eddy and Racer Harkins. You're tuned in to Coffee with the Coach. Don't go anywhere. We'll speak on Durant next year on 1150 AM and 98.3 FM KNED.
Bank First has earned the #1 spot in the 2021 Reader's Choice Awards. And it's our customers who voted us there. We are proud of our customer relationships. So, thank you to our loyal customers. Loyal to Oklahoma and you isn't just a slogan, it's our pledge to every community we serve. Because they are our communities too. Visit us and we'll show you why Bank First is the #1 bank in McAllister. Bank First, loyal to McAllister and you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Since 1936, Dobson Fiber believes in delivering the latest technology to the communities it serves. That's why we continue to invest in our own all-fiber network to bring your business the fastest internet speeds available. You won't believe the speed and reliability that only fiber can provide. Plus, you work with local people who know your business with 24/7 technical support. Think Dobson Fiber for all your business internet and phone needs. Dobson Fiber, fast, reliable, local.
Welcome back to Coffee with the Coach, brought to you by Bank First, Dowdery Pharmacy, and Dobson Fiber. I'm your voice of the Buffaloes, Brandon Green, at Harbor Mountain Coffee House on 3rd Street in McAllister. I'm live alongside McAllister Buffalo head coach Forrest Mazey. I don't think you could top that.
That's I expect nothing less from Racer. He tells me I always give him a hard time on the
God.
and I think he's telling the truth about, kind of living under a bridge, because I said, so like I use the Pulp Fiction, you're going to be a bum without a place of residence and legal tender. That's what you are. It's okay, though. And so, but I'm telling you, I could see him wandering the earth for a year or two if he could do it. That's his personality, and he is a funny, dry kid. I'm telling you, it's hilarious. And I don't know why space, but it fits him. He said, unlimited budget, I know where I'm going.
Tomorrow night, the Buffaloes are back at home against the Durant Lions. McAllister leads the series big, 51-22-3. Going back to 1915, they've won the last 11 out of 12. This will be the first home game against the Lions since the 27-23 game dubbed the Monsoon, where McAllister won in the final minutes of a downpour that lasted the entire night. So, Coach Mazey, we're going to start something new here. Coach Lincoln Riley does it during his show, so we'll start doing it for hours as much as we can.
Okay.
We want you to guess the play. All right? We'll start it off with an easy one for your first go. This game against Durant came on September 27th, 2019, the night of your first win as head coach of the McAllister Buffaloes. No score. The Buffs have the ball on the 3-yard line of Durant. Left hash, 8:13 left to go in the first quarter.
Was it you talking about us?
Yep, tell me you guys.
It'll
all be offense.
How do we score?
How did you score? Who scored it?
It was Chris Hilton off the left side, Patriot kick off Dozer. Was that right?
We'll go ahead and we don't have it on video right now, but we'll play the audio clip. White, take it away.
Dang it.
It was an easy one, but it was also the reason I picked it. It was also McCarty's first touchdown run as a varsity.
And the reason he was in it was because Chris had just broke his hand, and we didn't know sure he could get the snap. So Eric was actually the guy we ended up putting in there. Chris ended up taking the rollback over as the year went, but I do remember that now. That was the week that Eric got to do some carries in Dozer because of Chris's broke hand.
Because that was a Poto the week before.
Yeah, the week before. He had actually broke it against Muskogee and then first clubbed up. He had some issues with the snap. So I remember that now. I
think that was McCarty's, as far as touchdown runs are concerned, his only touchdown run that year, too.
Yep, that's the truth.
All right, so it's going to get a little bit harder next week. I'm just letting you know.
I'm ready. I trust me, I got a pretty good memory when it comes to scoring plays for the most part.
All right, we'll look at the Lions now. And every play will be offense. So
I love it. Easy living now.
Since you pick the plays,
okay.
Help pick the plays on offense, we'll stay focused on offense.
Okay.
But looking at the Lions for this week here, what do you think about Durant in 2021?
Fullback, he's a 3-year starter for them. Avila. And then to me he's the cog of their offense. If you can shut him down, they're going to have some issues on the outside, things like that. So so stopping him is the key on offense. And one of the big D linemen, I think his last name's Aguilar, big kid. I may have his last name wrong, but a big solid kid, plays defense well, plays the offensive line well. And so, we got to neutralize him on the fronts, and then obviously Avila on the fullback and that flexbone offense, what they call the B-back. And we're gonna have to neutralize him. I think all big plays run through him. If he's effective, then the other stuff works. If you take him out, then the other stuff is you can keep to a minimal.
I mean, there's only a couple teams that in the last 5 years of me calling some games here that I've seen offenses run out of the flex bone. So when you see the flex bone, what do you think is key to stopping an offense such as that?
Just read your keys. I mean, that's going to be the thing. When you let your eyes wander, it's the same way with the wing T-type. If you let your eyes wander, you're going to have issues because you're going to look in the backfield, and they've got about 3 different things that are going on back there. So you can get lost real quick. So we have certain keys we read on defense, and if we'll stay true to those keys, just like we do every week, and then we'll be okay. Then their gains will be minimal and a lot of 3 and outs. And if we don't read our keys, if there's a bust, then you may see them make a play here and there. So it'll be just key to us to do what we're coached to do and play our brand of football.
And a few years ago, I was listening to the OU Army game, and Army ran a very similar offense, if not the same one. And the reason why I gave OU fits was because they get 3 yards first down or 4 yards first down. How important do you see first down being in stopping a flexible offense?
You got to keep them at either equal to the chains or behind the chains. If they keep getting yards, they'll go for it on 4th and 1. They'll do some stuff that can hurt you, try to keep your offense off the field, especially with an offense that is considered high-powered, whether it be OU, whether it be us, whether it be whoever they're playing, and their job is to put together drives. Not necessarily they have to score every time, but do they put together drives and score when they can and keep your offense off the field, and they're doing their job, because that makes us reel a little bit and try to go a little faster or try to get scoring chunks instead of, doing our part too and just driving down the field and scoring in a timely manner. So our key to us, like you said, the first down's big.
Well, that's all happening tomorrow night. Kickoff at 7 on KNED 1150 AM and 98.3 FM, the KNED app, and also video streaming at McAllisterRadio.com on the YouTube tab. The pregame show is at 6:30, radio only. We're going to take a break. Coming up next from the Harbor Mountain Coffee House on 3rd Street in McAllister, we'll have one final break with head coach Forrest Mazey reading some of your questions. Don't go anywhere. You're on 1150 AM and 98.3 FM, KNED.
Dougherty Pharmacy at 622 East Wyandotte, formerly known as the Medicine Shop, offers free delivery in the McAllister area. We are a 340B pharmacy, and we are a compounding pharmacy as well. With all that, Dougherty Pharmacy also has fast, friendly service. We make it easy to fill your prescriptions. Drive up, come in, or let us deliver to you in the McAllister area. That's Dougherty Pharmacy, 622 East Wyandotte, McAllister. Dougherty Pharmacy is a proud sponsor of Buffalo football.
Harbor Mountain is a great stop for breakfast or lunch. They serve made-to-order sandwiches, salads or wraps, plus frappes, smoothies, espresso, milkshakes, and really good coffee. They also have wireless internet service. Harbor Mountain Coffee House, 3rd and Wyandotte, McAllister. Open 6 a.m. until 6 p.m. weekdays, 8 a.m. until 4 p.m. Saturdays. Or visit us 7 days a week at Harbor Mountain To Go in Tandytown, or see us inside McAllister Regional Hospital and at our newest location at 418 B South Georgia Knight Expressway. Oh, got to do that too. Welcome back to Coffee with the Coach, brought to you by Bank First, Dougherty Pharmacy, and Dobson Fiber. Before we dive into some fan questions, let's look ahead at our broadcast schedule this week. Tomorrow night, it's the Buffs hosting the 77th edition of McAllister versus Durant. Catch the game on this station, KNED, or on this YouTube channel if you're watching on YouTube today. Kickoff is at 7 o'clock with coverage beginning at 6:30 with the Buffalo pregame show, brought to you by First Family Federal Credit Union. Then in college football, Oklahoma State is on their bye week, so we only have 2 games. Starting with one of the greatest rivalries in college football, it's the Oklahoma Sooners and the Texas Longhorns in the Cotton Bowl. Kickoff is at 11 a.m. with the pregame show beginning at 9 on this station, KNED. As for the Golden Hurricane, they play a late game in T-Town this Saturday, hosting the Memphis Tigers with kickoff at 8 p.m., pregame at 7 on KTMC AM 1400 and 96.7 FM. Now, with all that said, we have Coach Forrest Mazey with our final segment this morning, reading some of your fan questions. If you ever have one, DM us on Twitter, and you can do it anytime throughout the week at Buff Sports Radio, and message us on Facebook.com/McAllister Radio. So, Coach, looking at some of your fan questions here, Joe asks, what are your go-to toppings for a hot dog?
Oh, man. Obviously, it's got to be a good hot dog. So,
that's right.
If you're talking about toppings. But me, and I'm like almost like a Chicago dog style, but if you go relish, it has to be dill relish. Mm-hmm. It can't be the sweet crap.
I agree.
It's horrible.
I can't have sweet relish.
I got to have some mustard and some kraut, and I'm good. And if I can get some peppers,
See, I was about to say, I'm good on the peppers. I like the...
Yeah, I like the... I know Sonic's got that one, and I would ask him not to do the relish because it's sweet, but I would want the peppers, and I'd ask him to throw kraut on there with that seeded bun, man.
So they're a go-to location for you here in McAllister?
No, I really don't. If I get a hot dog, I like to do them myself.
Gotcha.
Honestly, or like the carts. I love the little cart up there. Mm-hmm. I've only just got the regular hot dog because of somebody passing by, but if I can get that hot dog with all those toppings, I'll have to go see if he's got the toppings. But if I get some crab, I'm a sauerkraut guy, man. I do love some kraut.
I'm a big chili cheese guy.
See, too messy for me. I want to be able to grab my dog and just be messy enough, but I can still grab and eat it.
I understand. Justin asks, what is the most mentally exhausting part of your job and why?
Mentally?
Mentally.
Man, just dealing with the day-to-day kids, families, situations, the outside of football stuff. I think you stress for the kids. You stress whether the way maybe some of them grow up, whether the situations they have to handle at such a young age. Just all the out the field stuff. The on the field stuff's easy. I don't think wins are wins, losses are losses, and you're gonna practice and play to win. It's just the other stuff, man. You don't know what a kid's dealing with, and sometimes they have to deal with more than their fair share.
Right.
And that's the toughest. I'll be honest with you. That's the most stressful because you take it home with you at night, and you try not to with a family and a wife and kids. But I countless numbers of times I've had texter calls, not just here, everywhere. Texter calls from a kid asking, "Hey, can I come over and talk?" And just situations like that you can't control.
Eric asks, has there ever been a verbal jab from a rival team that you can share on the air? Whether you're playing or coaching or whatever.
Man, there's probably been some personal words changed between two coaches. I won't say that's never happened, but. Man, no real jabs. Like I've heard some jabs from the Coweta. Apparently Coweta, folks. I don't know if it's folks, kids, or coaches jabbing a little bit. At the local Buffalo Wild Wings. So that'll be interesting.
All right, Daniel asks, what made Forrest Mazey get into coaching?
I always want to do something with football, and after playing arena football. I knew the only way I could do what I needed to with this game would be to coach. And I'll be honest with you, football's given me a lot in my life. It's given me an education. I paid for education. It allowed me to play a game that kids can only play for a long time. It allowed me to see the the earth a little bit, especially the United States. But it also afforded me the opportunity to go play in Europe. Which I didn't do, but it would have afforded me the opportunity to go do a lot of things. It's given me so much in my life. It allowed me to meet my wife. Mm-hmm. So it's given me so much. I felt like giving back in coaching. I enjoy it. I love what I do, but it also is a way for me to be a part of something that gave so much to me.
And our last one, Matt asks, what's your favorite slab of meat to throw on the grill/smoker?
Oh, steak. I'm a steak guy, even if it's smoked steak. Have you ever had a smoked steak?
I never had a smoked steak.
I had a smoked steak one time. I was like, wow, that's kind of different.
I'll have to try that next time. I don't have a
different. I've never seen somebody do that, and they did it, and it had great flavor.
I'm looking to get a smoker. I have just got a grill now.
I've never had a smoked steak but that one time, and I loved it. Now, some people may not like it. I enjoyed it.
All right, Coach, is there anything else you'd like to add before we wrap it up?
No, just last home game for a nice little stretch. Come out and support these young men. I think it's the young girls are coming out and cheer. I think they're doing their cheer clinic, Friday night, and so I know the stands will be packed. Do yourselves a favor and stay and watch the show for a little bit.
All right, thank you, Coach, for your time, and good luck tomorrow against Durant.
Thank you.
This has been Brandon Green with Coach Forrest Mazey. Until next week from Harbor Mountain Coffee House on 3rd Street in McAllister, don't just have a great day, have a Buffalo day, everybody.